What's up, family? It's your boy, your Urban Sports Guru. Want to hot y'all real quick to give y'all my picks for the NFC playoff. NFC playoff picture, and I'll give you my Super Bowl pick for the NFC. Number one seed in the NFC will be the Minnesota Vikings. It's very simple. They're talented across the board, just both sides of the football. And Dalvin Cook, the world is going to see exactly how good the Florida State boy is. You put Dalvin Cook with that defense alone with me in the playoffs, let alone efficient quarterback play with Kirk Cousins. I think it's efficient quarterback play. I don't know if it's Super Bowl quarterback play. I'll be getting into that later on, but that'll be enough to get them the number one seed. They'll go 13-3, something like that. I think they're that damn good. Secondly, will be the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, I just think it's breaking time for Dan Quinn for him to finally get that defense up. But offensively, they just have too many weapons. Sarkisian is breaking time for him. Shaking time for him. Like, it's MVP quarterback, two great running back, superstar receiver, complementary pieces, offensive line. They can score points in bunches. Matt Ryan, it's on you. I think they'll have the number 2 seed. I think they'll win the NFC South. Number 3 seed in the winner of the NFC East, I give it to the champs, the Philadelphia Eagles. They may take a slight step back offensively, but take a step up defensively. And that's scary given how good that defense was already. But when you add a Loey Nada, you put him next to Fletcher Cox, you're not running the football. You're not running the football. Especially not between the tackles. You're not running the football. Same thing with the Los Angeles Rams. They will win the NFC West. Now, I do like the 49ers. I like Kyle Shanahan and what he's building there. But a great coach and offensive-minded coach and great young quarterback, that alone isn't enough to beat a team that's supremely talented. Isn't enough to beat a team that is supremely talented, who also have a great coach and who's offensive mind with a great young quarterback. Now, the 5th seed will be my New York Football Giants. And I say this because, I mean, we have such a talent in Saquon Barkley, and you're putting him with Odell. When I've watched the Giants for years, last 4 or 5 years, teams playing just 6 in a box at times. You're going to do that against Saquon? With adequate offensive line play? I'm taking my Giants. 6th seed, I'm going to give credit where it's due to the Green Bay Packers and, Aaron Rodgers. I do, however, think this will be his last year. He'll be able to do it all on his own. They're paying him this money because they want him to do it all on his own because they're not giving him other pieces to do it with. He doesn't have a superstar receiver. I do think, however, Jimmy Graham will be great for him. I do believe that. But got Clay Matthews, who else they have on defense? You know, he doesn't have counterparts. There's just that team lacks a lot. That Clay and Aaron Rodgers makes up for a lot of it. And given how stacked the NFC is, I don't think he's going to be able to keep doing it year after year. He might not be able to do it this year if the Bears and Mitchell Trubisky are as good as people think he's going to be. Like I said, I'm not a fan. He's going to have to show me. But Mitchell Trubisky is that good and the Bears are that good, he might not make it this year. Now, I do think the Carolina Panthers are not going to make the playoffs because there's just too many great teams. And I do think it's going to be an issue with you trying to run the football and you lose Andrew Noel, your left guard, and now your left tackle is hurt. It's going to be gone for the first month. And you want to run the football. I do think there's going to be an issue. No matter how great their defense is, and I love Cam, I do think there's going to end up being an issue. Now, wild cards, I see it lining up with the Rams hosting the Giants, and I see the Eagles hosting the Packers. I see my Giants beating the Rams in a very tough game with that defense. I see the Eagles beating the Packers because I do not see the Packers going into Philly, Lincoln Financial, and beating the champs. I don't see it. I love you, Aaron Rodgers. Can't do everything on his own. He can't. He just can't. Then we have divisional round. In the divisional round, we got Atlanta. ATL against hosting the Eagles. Vikings hosting my Giants. This is where I think Kirk Cousins is going to show us who Kirk Cousins really is. And maybe people forget, Giants was playing Kirk Cousins a couple of times a year in Washington. We know Kirk Cousins. I think my Giants get into the NFC title game. And I think this is where the Eagles are just not the same team as last year. Carson Wentz will probably be playing by then. Just not the same team, not the same moxie. And Atlanta wins and gets to the NFC title game. Atlanta hosting my Giants, and my Giants end up beating Atlanta, and my Giants are my Super Bowl pick for the NFC. Those are my picks. Do with it what you will. It's your boy, Urban Sports Guru. Peace and love. Salute.